Welcome, 1900 hours on the 25th of May 2026. I had the password error for a moment there, but we're in and it's sorted now. Hi Mary, good to see you on. Hi Rosa, thank you for being here and thank you for your message. I will indeed do that. Just very briefly first, I wanted to show you guys, I don't normally trade on a Monday and I will. If you stay on after I stop the recording, I will share the actual screenshot from the broker that shows you the arrow in and the arrow out of this exact trade today. I took this, you can see it, 234 was the time out, 230 I was in the 230, that bar closed 231, 232, 33, 34. I was in during the 230 bar, and of course I'd drawn my lines. And I've taken it off now, but if we look at R5, big round number, so yeah, I had a go long on, you all know what level, was just above pink there, and I took that long, one trade today. I very much enjoyed it, and there it is on screen. I'll share it, you know, the actual broker screenshot after the recording ends, because obviously I was using the T2B2 and I'm not sharing that on the live on YouTube. Anyway, on the request of a member, we are going to look at the long range forecast setup that we use, and I'm going to explain how we use it to identify the probability of an anticipated or expected move. NAS will be used today as an example, but the process remains the same whichever market is subjected to the analysis. The exact question centered on the move up from to and through the highly voiced and identified level at 28,657. Voiced meaning that I advised our members that price would go there and we should be buying the dips since way back April, I think it was. We're also going to look at scalping your swings, and when I say buy the dips, that will give you a clue as to what we're going to be looking for there. And of course, many thanks to you, Rosa, for that. It's your term, that, scalping your swings, so thank you. Since we're looking at long range, and also the question was asked, I'm going to go back. I wrote somewhere here, but I can't find it. I'm going to go through a blast from the past. Oh, here it is. No, it's not that. A blast from the past, back as far as 2018, because I was always also asked to look at currencies. And in 2018, we looked at a dollar yen that went outlandish to my target, basically. For some reason, it's not written in my notes anymore, but I had written it down, not to worry. Anyway, this is the trade I took today. I'll leave that open because I will show you the screenshot from the broker. But first and foremost, here we go. Look, there's April, and we've got, you know, tweezer bottoms, I would call that, with the green on the right of the red, which we like. It's also at least a bullish engulfing bar, which we like. And 28,657 is up here. There's 28,6, so it's a little bit above that. And it was a number we were looking for. It's a number in the Fibonacci sequence. It's a number we were looking for a long time. So if we look at that from, let's say, the end of March, April, then basically we've been looking to buy the dips. Basically every classic color change is indeed one of those dips. But if we look at, let's say, May, there's the 30th of May, and if we highlight the 30th of May, this will show that scalping your swings thing, Mary. We were there, the close of that bar was 27,678. 27,678. Now, if we zoom out on the 4 hour, 27,6 is somewhere in between there. And if we scroll out on the 1 hour, I'll go back to May, just on now, the beginning of May, 12, 11, 5, 7, 6, 5, 4. Now this is an hourly. I'm not going to zoom any higher than that, but this is scalping your swings. Do we have a signal on the hour and does it go long? Do we have a signal on the hour and does it go long? There are reasons to get out. There are reasons to get back in. We could do the same on the 15 minute. And that means we could do the same on the 1 or the 2 minute. And that is the essence of scalping your swings. if we look at the low of today's bar, 29.6, there's a big round number there at 29.6, and it's gone to 29.916. If for the moment I'll get rid of him and we'll make this the NAS just for the fun of it, and I'll just look at the 2 minute over here. You're swinging, you're trading long range forecast to 28,657, probably looking for 30,000 at this. But if you've got an open position on a high time frame and you re-enter or you enter a new one long in the same direction, that is the essence of scalping your swing trades. Whether you're looking at 15 minute, hourly, 4 hourly, daily, your long-term goal is up. And so you've got long-term buys, you might have scaled into them. Some of these scalps, they're not the ones that you're going to hold. You can see there's a big round number over there, but you might have, last thing today, obviously holidays, so it shut down at 6 p.m. when London closed, if you like. We've got a run up from 29,880 up above 29.9 and back to 29.9. There'd absolutely be reason to take your profit, 20 pips at the big round number there. That is, in a nutshell, the essence of scalping your swings. And hopefully, Rosa, hopefully I did that justice. I didn't want to spend forever on it, but I really did want to look at it. The other thing I really wanted to look at with you guys, I want to bring this, our YouTube videos in. I'm going to go here. Thanks, Rosa. Rosa said, I did a great job. I'm going to go here, and you see there I've got JPY. I'm going to go find next, JPY. There it is. Look at that. Way back in April 20. Now, this was recorded on the 1st of May 18, but I only started putting up YouTube videos in 2019, but these were all saved on my PC and shared with the members and that. If I was to double click on this one, and close that
last week, someone asked me,
someone tell me,
the
can
dollar
you hear
yen
that,
going?
please?
Might have been you, Val. I don't remember. Someone asked me, where's the dollar yen going? Remember? And I said it was going to 114.
Cool. Well, there you go. Look at the date on here, 1st of May 18. Dollar yen was at 109.67.
See this teacup? That's a teacup. And if I go and show you right here, we had a MACD.
So my point here, I'll just pause this recording. My point here is that, this is my YouTube channel, or this was on my YouTube channel. There you go. Way back, May 18, I had a dollar yen target of 114. You can see it down there, 114. It was from back here. It was from 108, something there about 108. I think we had to go through for it. I'm going to get rid of him for the moment, and I'm going to go dollar yen over here, because what I want to show you is this stuff is not dependent on on the market. It's just dependent on your knowledge, on your way of, if you like, of reviewing that. I've got to scroll all the way back to 2018. There's 24, 23, 22, I think 21, 18. We're in 18. April 18? I don't remember. 2018. Where is it? April 18. And we were down here at, there you go, 108. That's where we were at 108. And I called 114 as the target. And if you look at it, there's the teacup, the pattern that we were looking for in that recording. There's the 109, and up here at the top, look, 114.24. Yes, you had to wait for it. That's the market. That's the nature of the market. And I'm going to zoom out there for a moment and use this to show you. That was the teacup we were looking at. There's the handle right there. It's not a great drawing, is it? I ain't trying to be a Leonardo da Vinci or anything. My point is, the teacup was there, the pattern happened, and as a result of that, anyone who was in those trades from way back then was able to take, see the gap it made. Now that gap happened after I said we were going to 114, and you can see right there on the daily time frame is largely one of my reasons we did a teacup around our 987 with EMAs. Look, the cross, pink cross purple, that's all only a pullback. And yeah, it just took its time to get in gear. But 114, there it is, very clearly identified from back at 109. If we run a pip count from there's the 109, the mid, what do you call it, the 987, the PSAR flip. If we run that up to 114, there was potential for 460 pips or so back then for anyone who was following me back then. Now, I can't say who was, who wasn't. I can't say to this day who doesn't, because a lot of people, they get on, but they don't follow and they don't pay any mind whatsoever. I got a message very, very recently from somebody, and he said, he sent me an image, and the image, it was very confusing. So if you're on, you'll know who you are. But he sent me an image of, the recent homework and lessons I posted on YouTube. He sent me one of lesson 1, and he said, so you never lock in a break even, no? And I thought, what? Why would you ask me that? Did I put something in that YouTube recording that suggests I do lock in a break even? So I had to go and watch it. There's 20 something minutes of my life I won't get back. I made it. Why do I need to watch it? I just had to know that, and no, I hadn't. And so no, I still don't. And I advised I lock in 1 or 2 pips, because there's a rule of thumb, isn't there? And that is that you want something for your efforts. If you lock in nothing and you get nothing, well, that's what you locked in, so it's fair enough. But if you lock in 1 or 2 pips, then you get something for your efforts, and that's what we're trying to do here. We're always trying to get something for our efforts at the PC, at the screen there. So there you go. Next, if I can move on very briefly, I'm going to take a moment here to shamelessly promote real technical analysis traders, and ask for your help to grow. In 2014, following requests made by people I knew and who'd known me for a long enough time, I began teaching people the same tried and trusted methods I use in my trading. Thereupon, Realtech, Real Technical Analysis Traders, was born. Through the years, I've worked with other companies, but our group remains and always held the same values of traders helping traders. I'm always open to partnership ideas and partnerships generally, and for sure, I'm no salesman, so I kind of need them. However, we still got to do things my way, or we distract from the core values and we fail to remain true to ourselves. That's right. If everybody reads what Mary just wrote there in the comments, you might unmute for a minute, Mary, and let them know how long you've known me, because Mary joined back in 2014. Now, where was I?
I was the first, James.
You were on the first group course.
Yeah, on the first actually, and would you believe? I suppose kind of down to the years, I need to go back and refresh, and I'm actually looking, would you believe, at your course again just to refresh, and I have to say it's been very helpful. I'm cramming at the moment, but I do remember I was one of the first, and we were up there on the Athy Road. Do you remember in the business centre there?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I do.
So, once a week, and I have to say, always true to your word now. I will always say that.
Thanks, Mary. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you coming on, going live and saying that. Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of, what's the word? Dave said it best the other day. He said there's a lot of charlatans out there, so it's credit that you're still going. Anyway, I was going to, thanks for that, Mary. I appreciate it. I'll pay you later. And thanks for the kudos on the refresher lessons. That's what they're for. They're for those people, because it was a guy who contacted me on LinkedIn, and he said, are there any refreshers? It's not only that, it's with the sort of relaunch, revamp and everything, I think it'll be helpful for many. For
James, and I would encourage everybody, if you're struggling at all, just to go back and take a step back and actually look at the various chapters. That's the way to do it, and then go back in on your demo account then as well and see how you follow through on that.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mary.
Thanks, James.
Right, so I'm no salesman, but we've still got to do things my way, or we distract from the core values and fail to remain true to who we are. So how is this a promotion? Well, I'd stopped marketing and sales when the most recent partnership took that role. Since that has, and I'll use the word carefully, sorry lads, but it's failed, I've relaunched and I'm revamping Realtech. We are and always were a group of traders helping traders, once in the group, of course. However, for a business to be a business, and you all know I'm a big fan of the whole Lord Sugar Apprentice thing and business generally. Mary knows me from the days when I owned one in Tullow. I've owned several, but that was I think the latest, other than Realtech, that I've owned. For a business to be a business, there needs to be growth, and obviously that means sales. I'm rubbish at them. And new members. The latest improvements to our group were the additional sessions. We now do Wednesdays and Fridays, don't we? The sessions are every day of the week then, effectively. One behind us, 1 week behind us already on the new schedule. The pip count revealed that it was a worthwhile addition for our members. Is Claude on? No, he's not, wouldn't you know? But never mind, because he always gives percentages and stuff, so it's good to have him throwing in the, yeah, this is what I did kind of stuff, you know. That does seem to help our group once you're in the group. The sessions are included free for as long as you wish to attend. Growth then. If we add more members, listen up, if we add more members monthly, I will add more sessions. We can bring back initially a once monthly Thursday all day session. Remember, we used to do an all day, but it'll be from like 1400 till 1900 hours without taking away our morning DAX. If we continue to grow then as a business and a group, I will be more forced, and that's the right word to use, to treat it more like a business and seek to employ someone from our group. I do have someone in mind who can also host live trading sessions and help with education. That will mean we can add more sessions to the week. Now, feel free to unmute anyone if you like, and prove to the YouTube world that we are indeed a group and that I'm not talking to myself here. Well, Mary's already done that, but still, keep in mind, whilst, or if we don't grow, we're still a group of traders helping traders. That's not going to change. My time, though, will be put to other use if I'm not actively involved in a growing business. So how do you help? Well, consider sharing some of those posts that I place on social media. They're good. I post them, share them. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid to. I don't ask you to comment or anything, but share them by all means, you know. Share the YouTube videos, the free ones and public, not the private, not the unlisted. And then if we grow, you will see the new members joining the Telegram group, although we do have one person struggling there with Telegram. I'm sure it's a glitch, but I'm open to ideas or help if anyone else struggled to get on Telegram. This one lady is being offered a paid version all the time, and I don't know why. It should be free. I don't know why she's being offered the paid version. So after that, questions then, please, everybody. And remember that your questions, and you might like this, they don't necessarily have to make sense. But the answers I give, oh, they do. They have to make sense. And then finally, a tip for you all concerning next week, because you all know what happens next week from Monday onwards, just for the week. When in doubt, choose to obey the rules and win. That is, after all, why we have all those rules, so that you have to think a little bit before you go ahead and just big fat break them anyway. In fairness, I suppose being human is incredibly difficult and cannot sensibly be mastered in a single lifetime. I thought that was funny. Go on then. Questions before I share that screenshot with you. I'll end the recording. Has anyone got any questions on what I've said so far though?
Hey, yes, James. This is Dwight. Sorry, I gonna join late. Is this gonna be on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And I did the long range stuff, so you'll be able to sort of check that in there. I looked at the dollar yen from a long time ago, and we looked at NAS from the last run up, basically buying the dips and scaling into your what's the word? Scalping your swings, courtesy of Rosa. Thanks, Rosa.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Cheers, Dwight. Go on then, it is almost 20 minutes recording, so I'll end that recording and then I'm going to open this screenshot for you guys. It's the screenshot of the Dow trade that I took at the open, because so many people think, I don't know what they think, but they always want to see, so I'll show you. Thanks everybody for watching, please trade safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Nice one, Mary, you were on it, well done. Well, we see if your entry and mine and your exit and mine are in the same place. I'm looking forward. Thanks, Mary. Bye everybody.